morning. How are you?
Hi, Andrew. I'm good, thanks. How are you today?
I'm all right now. It's another beautiful morning out there. Lovely. The sun is coming up already. We're going to get some lovely blue skies and sunshine across many parts of the county again today, which is good. Temperature's up around 13 or 14 degrees. It is a chilly start now, mind you. It's a little bit frosty in places this morning, but that'll clear shortly. But yeah, another gorgeous day. So expect to get out and do something if you can today because it's going to be lovely.
Now, some good news on the vaccine front to kick off today, Andrew. Fizz on the prize is the Irish Sun headline today. I read it first thing this morning and went, Fizz on the prize.
So did I.
Fizzing on the prizes. After bad news earlier in the week about AstraZeneca being restricted to certain age groups, and then news coming in the day before yesterday about Johnson & Johnson also being linked with blood clot fears. Well, Ireland is now set to receive over 500,000 extra Pfizer jabs. So that's fantastic news for Ireland. It may see the government hit its summer vaccination target after all, with 545,000 Pfizer vaccines on the way. So that's some good news to start with today. There's Michael Healy-Rae as well on the front page of the Irish Sun. Did you hear any of this, Andrew?
I didn't actually, no.
So Michael Healy-Rae has done an interview with Doireann Garrihy for her Laughs of Your Life podcast. Now, I suppose the whole kind of style of this is that I haven't actually heard anything, but that it's all a bit a crack and, you know, it's not obviously a really serious political interview. Well, what has come out of this, some really odd stuff. The Sun has called it the strangest political interview ever. I've cheated death more times than Rasputin is one of the quotes coming out of Michael on this podcast with Doireann. He's likened himself to the mad Russian mystic Rasputin due to the number of times he cheated death through the years. So that's also at the front page of the Irish Sun. I'm looking forward to hearing that. We were talking yesterday about the fact that the lotto jackpot was huge last night, €12.7 million, and indeed there was one winner. We don't know yet where that ticket was sold, but that's also making the print of the Sun today.
It wasn't me, Elaine. I can promise you that right now.
I do it. Oh, I forgot.
I did do it, but I won nothing. Not even a scratch card. The Independent, kind of the same story you mentioned there, the dramatic call that set Ireland's vaccine rollout plan back on track. A surprise phone call in the middle of the cabinet from European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, whatever. She put Taoiseach Micheál Martin's vaccination programme back on track with the news of the extra deal, the deal they'd done with Pfizer, and as you just mentioned, meaning we're going to get more than 500,000 of the doses April, May and June of this year, which is good. And Sinn Féin shut sites linked to secret voter database. They've closed down the online portal for the party's secret voter database as a precautionary security measure. The decision comes as the Data Protection Commissioner sent a series of questions to Sinn Féin seeking information about the database containing names and addresses of millions of Irish voters and how they're likely to vote. That's in the Independent there as well this morning.
The Irish Times has got that same story, the good news about the Pfizer vaccine on the front page of the paper today. Ireland on track for further easing of COVID restrictions after an increase in Pfizer vaccines. So there's now more optimism about a staggered return of non-essential retail and personal services, which are presumably hairdressers and the like, from May perhaps. And the other big news in the Times today is that Ponzi schemer Bernie Madoff has died in prison at the age of 82. The story in the Times today, the headline of that, death in prison, a far cry from Bernie Madoff's ritzy lifestyle. The fraudster was serving 150 years in prison for creating the world's largest Ponzi scheme. I got a bit obsessed with him there a few months ago. Was it you and me? Did we talk about him a lot?
I don't think so.
Well, maybe with Brendan. I was definitely a little bit obsessed. But anyway, because I was trying to figure out what exactly he did. He had a €64.8 billion Ponzi scheme. It fell apart in the world's financial crisis in 2008, and he left a lot of people broke and very, very angry. So, yeah, he's passed away. He died in a North Carolina prison yesterday.
In the Examiner this morning, great photograph there of Simon Zebo on the front page. There's everything to gain. Ronan O'Gara's writing about the return of Zebo. It was confirmed yesterday by Munster that he'll be back next year. So he's going to be on a 1-year contract which is co-funded by the IRFU, which I'm assuming means one of their central contracts, which means pretty much that Simon will probably be playing for Ireland again. And things all going well, if he starts playing well, you would imagine they'll extend that contract out. But anyway, the good news for Munster at the very least is that he's back in the red. Now, these headlines kind of annoy me because we better stick to this, because I don't want to get overly optimistic and then be told, oh no, actually we can't do it. But May 4th, easing of rules, a slam dunk. I mean, that's pretty certain, isn't it? The corner's been turned after the Pfizer boost yesterday. Ireland is on track to ease restrictions on the 4th of May and meet its vaccine targets. In a video posted on Twitter, Leo Varadkar, the Taoiseach, said he wanted to reassure the public that there are lots of things to be positive about and that he hopes to have things like religious services, museums, galleries and libraries, as well as hairdressers and other personal services beginning to open on the 4th of May. So whether that will happen, we'll have to wait and see. And concern as well at the amount of people drinking at home in the pandemic is another headline in the Examiner today. The state's top health experts are concerned that there's been a major shift to home drinking during the COVID-19 pandemic. They're particularly worried about the impact on children of an increase in parental drinking. That's also in the Examiner this morning.
Yeah, Ciara Kelly did a really good Q&A on Instagram. It's probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago now, but she just threw it out there and zero judgment, because I think Ciara was saying herself, I'm drinking more at home, like most people are. She had a really interesting conversation where people sent in their questions, and I mean, people are drinking a lot at home. Like people were sending her in questions like, you know, she was talking about how many units per week is the norm for a woman and the norm for a man, and people were sending in like, I'm drinking 3 bottles of wine a week myself, or nearly a bottle a night. Some people were drinking, you know, and they were kind of like, is this okay? It was like, no. It was a really good piece. I believe it. Yeah, absolutely. Nobody's got anywhere to go. Listen, a couple of the top trends today, Andrew, that something you mentioned already is obviously trending. Zebo's trending. He's coming back to Munster. We talked about it there. Fantastic news. A lot of people chatting about that. And the other big sports stories that are trending today are Champions League trends. Liverpool out at the Champions League. They drew 0-0 with Real Madrid, but they're gone out 3-1 on aggregate. And the co-video party last night, it's the one I'm most jealous of so far. Tell me what everyone was watching.
Twister! Flying cows and all that kind of crack. Yeah, Twister people were watching last night with Helen Hunt and Bill Pullman?
Yes.
No, it's probably not, actually.
Oh, it's Sam. Okay, wait. It's class. It's Classville.
I was too young to go see Twister in the cinema.
Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton.
There, yeah, you were.
I was too young to go to see it. It was 15s at the time. I think it actually was re-rated afterwards or redone, and it was brought lower. But anyway, it was 15s at the time. So we used to pay for a ticket to see whatever film, and then walk down to screen 6 where the film was on, and then go into screen 4 and watch Twister.
Nice.
Loads of that. What we do is we'd pick a film. So like Twister might start at 2, and the film we pick might start at 2:10, or maybe vice versa. So we'd pick a film close enough. That means we wouldn't miss the film. Yeah, I think I saw Twister twice underage.
Andy, I saw Twister twice in the cinema as well, because I also find it an illegal move by me. I went once, loved it, it's class. Yeah. And then I think the following week we went to see, I think, Independence Day or Mission Impossible. There was huge, it was 1996, the summer of 96 was amazing for movies.
Massive movies, yeah.
And we went to the cinema in Tralee, where it used to be, you know, in town there where Radio Harry once was in town, and where there's a car park now. We went to see either Independence Day or Mission Impossible, and then came out of that and snuck into Twister again.
I love it. Class life.
Sorry to the people who owned and ran Tralee Cinema back in 1996. I owe you. I think it was about £4 to get into the cinema back then.
Yeah, and you're live now, so you have to pay that back.
I will. Listen, I hope there's not
in punts, not euro, in punts. You have to pay it back in punts.
Do you think there's going to be a late fee, like getting your cinema or getting your library books back late? I could know, like,
or a fee for not rewinding the video and bringing it back to Extravision.
Oh.
Yeah, you could be in serious trouble, actually. You might have to pay £7.
Which is now equivalent to 20 cents.
It's now the equivalent of 80 grand, actually. And if you want to pass it on to me, I'll sort it out. Speaking of money, somebody won the lotto last night. We mentioned that there, and I'm just wondering to myself, what would you do? First thing you do? knowing that you woke up with a 13 million euro ticket in your arse pocket.
It'd be weird, wouldn't it? You can't go anywhere.
Oh, that's true, sure. I forgot. You could do nothing. I forgot. You can't even go and collect it.
No, like you can travel around the county, but you can't stay in a hotel.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a very good point, actually. I've totally forgotten about restrictions there. Went over my head for a second.
You could say you're an essential worker. Like you could go off, stay in some really, like stay in the Europe or something. And be like,
yeah.
Oh, I'm working for Radio Kerry in Killarney tomorrow. I need somewhere nice to stay. And you could,
yeah, there's nowhere open. I need to stay here in the best suite you can get me. Right, we better rock on. We're live in 2 minutes' time. Have a great Thursday. Enjoy the lovely, beautiful weather. And we will talk to you in a few minutes on the radio. Good luck.
Have a good one, guys.